Ghost in town.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Podcast The Sequel, where we discuss the good, the bad, and the continued. I'm Ryan.
I'm Marissa.
I'm Manira.
I'm Joseph.
And we'll be talking about Final Destination 2 today, but before we can do that, we will be talking about Final Destination 1. But before we can even jump into that, I just wanted to do a quick second to thank everyone for getting us to 1,000 views on our Home Alone 2 Lost in New York video.
Yes. Woo! Thank you guys.
Keep it up. Keep watching. Thanks for everything. We couldn't have done it without you guys, so really appreciate it.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Chrysler.
Merry Chrysler. So, Final Destination.
Yeah.
Where are we at with those numbers?
Oh, hell yeah, brother. Budget $23 million, a box office of $112.9 million, and a cinema score of a B-. Yeah.
B-.
I thought that would have been a little bit higher.
Yes. Well, especially when we get
pictured
to
a
Final Destination 2.
B.
Well, especially for the first one, too. Like,
Yeah.
the first of the series.
Sorry, nothing.
The fuck are you
What
doing?
happened?
I'm like, are you having a Final Destination moment?
No, I saw something black when I looked and I was like, oh, wait,
Oh,
it's just
okay,
the brim. It's just
Jesus.
the brim of my hat. It's just the brim of my hat.
Where do
Don't
I
worry
start?
about
Take
it.
the hat off. Take the hat off.
No.
Oh, God. During this podcast?
I think it's in the fact that it's like dark in your guys' kitchen because usually there's light on.
Oh, my God.
we do
Dude,
stuff
that
like
was
wigs.
hilarious. Just her.
I literally was like, what's happening behind me? What's going on?
Jesus.
At first I was like, is there a bee? It's like, we're not even outside.
A B?
Well, yeah, because every time people do that to me, where they, like, you always, like, look behind me and you're just like, because there's, like, a bee behind me. And
Yeah, because it's making honey in your hair. And I can't tell you because then you'll just freak out.
That's how my hair gets so big. It's full of honey and secrets.
Yeah. It's just make it a whole hive.
A beehive. So,
Well,
so
Destination.
anyway. I was like, anyway.
Yeah, with that spook
Yeah.
I know.
spookiness
Jesus.
going on over
You
there.
guys gonna put like a little black image back there? Oh my God.
Do we like Final Destination? Do we hate Final Destination?
I would like specifically for Mooney to answer
Yes.
this
Yes,
because
this
all
is-
three of us have
yes.
seen these
Yeah.
movies.
I grew up with these.
Yeah, I was gonna
movies.
say, I was like, you were the only one that hadn't seen it, so I'm more
your first
curious to see,
experience.
especially because I know you don't like blood and guts and stuff like that too.
Clearly, it affected you.
Clearly,
We don't talk about that name yet. Honestly, I'm very whatever about these movies. Just, I honestly could have gone another 30 years without watching these movies. I didn't really care for them. I didn't hate
Just
them.
wait.
I didn't love them. Well, for the first two at least. It was whatever. Like, it wasn't as gory as I thought it would be. It's just one scene where I was like, oh my God.
What scene was it?
Yeah, I wonder what scene that is.
the shower.
Sean William Scott?
No, not the shower. The train when the guy, what's his name?
Sean William
Sean
Scott.
I would like to say Stifler, but
Stifler,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sean William Scott.
When he like yells and then it's just head.
Is it Hitchcock?
Yeah.
I forgot what the first name was. I just know they're all named after like
Billy
horror actors.
Hitchcock,
Yeah,
I
Billy
think.
Hitchcock. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know this.
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh yeah, all
Yeah.
of their like last names are like
Or
different.
related to
Yeah.
Is it
different.
Brown?
Alex Browning,
Browning.
Hitchcock, and then no, I'm forgetting all of them.
Alex Browning, Clear Rivers, Carter Horton, Valerie
Luton is one.
Yeah. Who's
Um,
Rivers?
Rivers isn't anybody. I think that's just a name.
Kind of half.
And then there's another
I
one.
know.
They're most of them are like they're like older, like Dracula, like the early like
Yeah.
like Hammer film.
Yeah, like Hammer,
kinda
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
30s,
Phoenix, what are they going to do with,
20s, yeah.
they're going to what King's brother?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Rivers.
yeah, oh my God, I'm trying to find a connection. I'm like,
Rivers Phoenix.
Viper.
Yeah.
Clear Viper.
Yeah, Clear Viper, Phoenix.
I always dug these movies,
Yes.
but not these two specifically. At least not equally.
Mhm.
There is some that I appreciate a lot more, but we are not there yet, so
Yeah.
I can't discuss them yet.
I've seen these movies like multiple times. I hate them. Like this is a type of movie where like when people are like, oh, what's your favorite scary movie? Like, this is not my favorite scary movie, but like when people always are like, oh, you love scary movies, like what movie scares you the most? These are the types of movies that truly like terrify me only because like I get afraid of things that are like one out of my control, and then like two could potentially happen. Like these are a little more far-fetched and extreme situations, but like these movies show like a very like mouse trappy like sequence of events that lead to somebody's end, and I feel like it's possible that like maybe like two of those things could happen and then something happens, right? Like shit happens all the time. Like people fall out of the sky and, you know, land on other people. But just like stuff happens where like it's possible, right? Like instead of going right to work one day, you take a left and then boom, like something happens. Like you never know. So like those types of situations like truly are terrifying. Like I remember specifically like the shower scene where like his friend dies in the beginning of the first one. Like that always terrified me because like there's always water in the shower. There's always like shit. Like the clothesline is here or there. I'm not drying my clothes in the shower, but like I could see like certain events leading where like you slip.
You put it right there. That's the end of that.
Well, no, like I
Then it
mean,
would
like
not
but some people would. Like for me, mine is like, okay, if there is water leaking from the toilet, what happens if you slip and then you fall back and you hit your head on like the counter, and then
Bob's
that's
yourself.
it right
That's what I was
there.
thinking,
Yeah, like that's it right there.
Yeah,
So I mean,
that's true.
like stuff like that is just like somewhat terrifying because it really could happen. It's not like a surreal monster that's like coming to get you in your dreams, or like a knife wielding, you know, serial killer who's died 13 times prior and he's coming back for his like fifth revenge.
And I like that they sort of do away with it later on, where it's like a force that's kind of doing it, and it's more just like death is the thing that's just all around.
Yeah.
Because unlike the first one, I didn't remember it till we rewatched it, and there's like a figure that kind of, when death is around,
It's like a black like
like a fog
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
thing,
like what Mooney saw behind.
Yeah, because the train
Jeff
track
is
scene,
just
don't they
around
see it
them.
like in the rearview mirror? Like he looks back, there's like a shadow
Yeah,
thing
there's,
that
like,
kind of passes
something-
by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then eventually they just get rid of that, and it's just like, nope, it's just mousetrap death machine.
No, because they
that
do
kinda
in like
happens.
I know in like the third one, there's like things that she sees, like it has to do with like her camera, and like based on the photos she took with her camera, like that's what leads them to be like, who's next, and like you know, and there's certain like things that are like in the photos that lead to like her death, and like even in this one, like there's a piece of paper that gets cut up in Alex's fan, and then that like cuts up the name Todd, and that's why he's like, oh my god, I should go like see
Oh my God,
Todd.
Tony Todd.
R.I.P.
Big ups.
But yeah, I don't know. I think these are terrifying.
Well, I think they're hilarious. That's the reason why I like them.
They get more hilarious as they go.
I don't know. My feed's a little. I have a terrible sense of humor, and my feed's a little dark, especially on what was it, the 26th. It was real bad. So I'll just be watching stuff and just
February 26th?
yeah.
On February 26th.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, my feed is very, let's just say, less savory. Yeah.
He's always into like conspiracy theories and
Yeah, I
dark
see a lot of
stuff
people
and-
die on Instagram on accident.
Yeah,
every once in a
I do
while.
too.
And I'm like, where is this coming from?
It just pops up.
Yeah.
It's algorithm stuff.
But it
where
all,
it's like,
it's stuff that happens, and it spreads
Yeah.
from like Faces of Death and
your sick stuff.
Rotten.com, if you remember those.
Yeah.
Shout out to that back in the day.
yeah.
So I always thought it was funny.
People dying.
No, not people dying, but like especially in movies, like there's certain like a dark humor to it that kind of is what makes it funny. Not dying in general.
I want to say that I went into this movie not knowing what's happening. I know the first one, plane crash. The second one, the accident on whatever freeway it is. I didn't know like how extreme like all of their deaths were going to be. So I thought it would be like a very realistic way to die or whatever. So I didn't know like some of them more believable than others. I just thought some of them were just so ridiculous that I see the humor in the movie, but I don't know, like it just didn't faze me as much as I thought it would. But yeah, it was just
Well, yeah, the kills are like over the top.
They're
I
very
think
over the
that's
top.
Supposed to be what it is,
Yeah.
but like the whole setting of the film and the theme is like you can't escape death. Like when it's your time, it's your time. Like that's just
Which
for
I
me.
feel like is like a real life.
Yes,
yeah.
It's a real, very real
When it's your
thing.
time and
Yeah.
you kind of dodge it, it's, somehow it's gonna. That's just the way it kind of works in the world. I don't want to get into like the whole description of how that works, like religion and stuff. I don't want to get into that, but I'm like saying like it's when it's your time, it's your time. So that's what the occurring theme is for the movie.
Yeah.
But the kills are absolutely, the death scenes are ridiculous. But I think that's supposed to be like that because the theme is so serious and like you said, kind of realistic as fuck. So the deaths have to kind of be
A little campy.
Yeah.
cheesy, over the top, just to kind of smooth it over, even though it is a death scene, but they are ridiculous in itself. So yeah, like I agree with you. I do laugh at them too because I'm like, oh come on, dude.
Well,
Like,
yeah, for horror fans.
I think I laugh more, like in the later ones, because I feel like the later ones they get like that's when it's getting
Yes.
like super
That's what I'm
campy
talking about.
and like I feel like the first one is the most realistic, where
Yeah.
it's like, oh shit, like if you're by a train that just hit a car, realistically it could pick up a piece of that metal and it could fling
Ricochet,
someone.
yeah,
it could
100%.
ricochet.
Yeah.
Well, no, and even like with the teacher. Like I'm like that whole scene is ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there are certain things where I'm just like I feel like her just throwing a dish towel on knives,
Mm-hmm.
even if she were to just slip on some water and fall and then try to grab
Yeah.
for the dish rag and the knife, like the knife could easily fall.
Yeah.
In my opinion, those two events could easily happen. The computer with the
It was too
the
much.
vodka.
Yeah, it
and
was
then,
the
like,
rest of the things that happened.
all of it. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like a mouse trappy kind
Yes.
of like it's like one hits the other and then it's just like this bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
So
You know, like-
we were watching something and they described it as the Rube Goldberg contraption of
Yeah.
death.
Yeah, it's very much just like this has to hit this, and then the dominoes fall, and then it
Yeah.
like hits the
That
gold.
pops the balloon.
Yeah,
and
the
then,
goldfish, and then
the
the
gun goes off in your face.
yeah.
You're like, why would it do
like,
that?
Why would
I don't even own a gun.
or the chain of events that just like
Yeah.
transpired into
Yeah.
like somebody dying? Like
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah, but like you said, it is ridiculous. But I think it's for that specific reason because of the
Yeah,
what
it's
we're
for the
watching.
fandom
Yeah.
of it. Like it's for horror fans, and like there's
Yeah.
certain genres of film that you watch where like this is just they're pieces of meat, and that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was waiting for the first death scene, the one in the bathroom. I was while he was shaving and he like nicked himself. I was waiting for him to like, especially when you see like toilet water, whatever was coming out of there,
Yeah.
the gooey toilet water.
Exactly.
Blue water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep hitting
blue
on
water.
that. Why
Yeah.
was it blue?
Yeah.
weird.
At first, I thought it was detergent, like laundry detergent, and I was
It
like,
may
because
be.
it's not the consistency of water, and it's too blue. So I was just waiting for that, and then I was like, okay, he's gonna like accidentally shave, slip, and then just slice himself. But no, that's what I was waiting. The
I feel
whole
like
time.
that
I was
would be
like-
realistic.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, it would have been a realist. I kept telling Joe, like, is he gonna like cut himself shaving and then just like slip?
Well, you were even like, what the fuck when the fucking blue stuff started going back inside and
Yeah, I was
sucking
like,
back
well, yeah,
in.
like-
You're just like,
Death is just like
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
got one, bitch.
I that's what I pictured.
got him.
Yeah. When that was happening, I pictured in my head, Muttley's like little elf, like
The dog. God, I love Muttley. Oh, such a good.
Snidely whiplash.
Oh.
Little cloak.
Why can't we talk about that shit? Oh,
Yeah, that
anyway.
would be great.
That would be good. Yeah, I don't know. I also like always watch that death, and I'm just like, I feel like there's a way that he could have like grabbed the tub with his hand somehow. I don't know. Like, I just always think like, how would you avoid some of the shit?
I mean,
Whatever.
I always think about stuff like I feel like that one's pretty unavoidable because even if you like stop and think for a second, just go, what if I just move my leg outside the tub?
Mm-hmm.
Your foot's still soapy and you're still gonna,
Yeah.
but you
I
could
don't know.
still,
Like,
I don't know.
I don't know, like he could have stood on like the edges of the tub to kind of just like
Or
stand.
could he have like grabbed the rope that was choking him and
Pull
tried
himself
to
up?
pull?
No, it's
no?
too
It's too-
because you'd still have to. It's first of all, it's really thin.
Yeah, I
mean,
feel like
it's,
that would just
tight,
like
yeah.
You can't really get a good grip on
Yeah.
it, but also like if you did, it could slice your hand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I pictured.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I
to
thought
speak.
about too. Like holding him, I was like, it's
And even
basically.
like
I pictured like a fishing wire.
into his neck.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just gonna,
The
like,
thing I
slice
thought
your
of was like, what if you just turn and put your knees on the edge of the tub?
Yeah.
Just kind of like
Yeah.
hoist a little.
I was just
bit.
thinking, yeah, something with the edge
So
of the
that you
tub
could
where
do
you could kind of
something.
like, kind of do one
Yeah.
of those. But
Yeah.
But either way,
Yell at least.
what made me laugh is when they take the body and like his parents come out and they're just like walking behind the truck as it's leaving with the body. I'm like, aren't you guys gonna go in the car and follow that bad boy? You're just like they're
Yeah.
just walking behind.
well, that
it.
and
I'm
like they show his body later, and they're like when they're in the morgue,
Yeah.
and there's like no sign of like
Mm-hmm.
strangulation on his neck at all. And I don't know, and I don't believe that they've doctored him up yet.
No.
they make
at
that
that
Michael
point.
Jackson
Might have.
joke.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, no, they haven't because he takes something out of his neck and like
And
the
it
blood,
comes
the
out,
blood.
yeah.
So they haven't doctored him. So I'm like, where's the lines?
Takes something out of his neck. I don't remember that part.
I think it's when they're like taking the blood out of his body.
Yeah, embalming him.
Embalm, yeah, embalm.
So then, yeah, it would have been gone by then because they would have.
They would've
The
sewed it
rope.
back.
on
Yeah,
the
they
neck?
would
Yeah.
like put makeup on and stuff.
Yeah.
If they're already embalming him, then they're already like getting him ready for like a funeral service.
Still feel like he would have.
Because then that means that they've already done like the toxicology and like whatever.
The toxicology for when he murdered himself in the bathroom.
But you said we're going to hang out after you got over it.
Yeah, not toxicology, but what am I thinking of? Autopsy.
Autopsy.
Yeah. Yeah. What was everyone's favorite death in this movie, would you say? I think that's something that people really want to know. Mainly me.
It's probably
I know. I was
the
like,
last
oh.
shot of the movie when the sign comes swinging back down. And catches homeboy. Where you're just like...
Carter?
Yeah,
pretty
good
good.
fucking... Yeah.
Carter.
It's okay, yeah.
I liked it. I was just like... I did like the train one, but I know you liked that one too. So I was just like...
The train one
Yeah.
took me off guard. That was the one where I was like, oh my God. Because I wasn't expecting it. And then also... In my head, I was singing the Stacy's Mom song, but replaced it with Stifler's Mom. I don't know why.
Okay.
I just wasn't expecting it because I was just like watching it and I was like, okay, they cheated death and then it just ricochets into him and I was like, oh, I was not expecting that and it just caught me off guard. But I would say that's probably my favorite death. Everything else I thought was just ridiculous. The teacher thing went on for too long.
Yeah, it was a lot. And then why would you pull the knife out? Like, that's all bad.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would have already
Yeah.
been like,
And your foot, yeah, the
"Ah."
footprint's already in there in
No,
blood,
no.
and then
Pull
he
the
picks it
knife,
up.
then you drop it right by her body.
yeah.
Well, yeah, like
Yeah,
if
let's
a
take
knife,
it with you.
not
Yeah.
in
Throw it
like
away
if a knife's
somewhere
in
else.
somebody, you don't take it out.
No.
Yeah,
Didn't
why?
she
leave
also have
it-
one like on her neck or like
She had a laceration.
laceration?
Yeah.
She pulled that
But
out. It's like,
he had
why
no
would you do that?
Yeah, he had no point of like picking it up. Like, why are you pulling it out for one? And then like if like we just said, if you're gonna pull it out, take it with you. Why would you just drop it and be like, all right, I'm leaving, and then
Yeah.
running out, and then you have Stifler outside in the
Idiot.
bike,
Bad time.
watching you running out. It's like,
Yeah, I thought Alex was a big idiot.
Yeah, but we love Devon Sawa.
Devon Sawa was great.
I love Devon Sawa.
I wish there was a sequel to Idle Hands.
I
so we
heard
could
that
talk
they're
about that
making
movie.
either a reboot, I think, or a sequel. It's one of the two. I can't remember. I want to say it's a reboot of Idle Hands, but I don't know who. I don't know much information outside of that. I just feel like I heard it somewhere, but
Offspring classic.
I don't know if he'll be in it or not. I mean, Devon Sawa's still acting. He was in Chucky, and
Oh, he was? Was
yeah,
he
he was in the
someone's
series.
dad?
He actually played twins.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he played the main character's dad. And
Oh,
then he
that's
and then his,
right.
and
Yeah,
then his
and, like,
twin
the
brother
first
is
season,
the,
right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like Devon Sawa.
Did we say what your favorite favorite
No.
death was? What was your favorite
No.
death?
Sorry, I interrupted you.
I mean, I already kind of mentioned the shower one just always stuck with me. Like, I remember just watching them when I was
Yeah.
younger, but I think mine that really hit me and took me off guard was the bus.
Damn. You beat me to it.
That's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that one is just like, you're just not prepared for it. And then it's just like,
Yeah, just
one of those
bam,
that
and
like could absolutely happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you just take one step and then somebody's not paying attention and then you're gone. And then plus, like, I love her like little line of just like, you could just drop dead.
yeah, I was
and
about to say
then
that. Yeah, I
boom.
liked her like
Little quip
yeah.
and then she's done. Yeah. Like, that to me was just like, whoa. Like, it gets me every time. Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Since you took the bus, for me,
Love the bus.
I'll have to say one that doesn't actually happen, unfortunately. But in his vision, when he dies, I
When
thought that
Alex
was great.
dies?
Oh, the fire.
Yeah, because
His face is just melting off. Yeah.
It just melted. And that's
Oh,
funny.
man.
That's funny to me.
Can we take a second to talk about Clear Rivers?
Uh-huh.
Not
name?
Claire.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
entire movie.
It was
Uh-huh.
driving us insane last
Yeah,
night.
'cause we
I'm,
had the
I'm
subtitles
hearing
on.
Claire,
Same.
and the subtitles was clear, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't.
We were just like, oh, there's something wrong with the subtitles. And then when he has like all their names written down in like his plain drawing, and I was
No,
like,
yeah.
oh no, it is
No, it's clear. Yeah.
And I was like,
Clear.
what the fuck? Who names their child Clear?
Clear Rivers.
It's dumb.
Yeah,
it
it's
really
Sounds
bothered
like
me.
like a water park.
Yeah.
Clear Rivers.
Yeah, but like in like
Like, what are you guys
Idaho.
doing tonight?
Come on down to Clear
Like,
Rivers.
come on down to Clear Rivers.
Clear
Come
River-
on down to Clear Rivers.
Come on down Clear
We got
Rivers,
the freshest
Minnesota.
water.
It really bothered me. I don't know why.
I think it bothers everybody, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
because yeah, she gets married, and then when it's Clear something,
Browning?
doesn't make it doesn't
Because
make sense
they're supposed to be
anymore.
together allegedly.
Yeah. I didn't know about that.
That they were supposed to be together?
Well, the deleted scenes. I never knew that.
Well, yeah, I think that's
Me
a
neither.
separate.
That
Yeah, I was
popped
like,
up
I think
on,
that
like,
that's like a
TikTok.
separate thing. So, like in the deleted scenes or like how it originally was supposed to end was like Clear's supposed to be pregnant, and then they introduced the whole theory of like with life, like it like cancels out death kind of thing. So like because Clear had a baby, like it saved her or whoever, or like it cut the feed to the death or line chain, whatever. But they didn't go that route. We got it in this. We'll get it in the second one. So I don't think, like, I wouldn't have cared about the whole baby thing. Like, I feel like that would have been a good second movie, like, introduction. But like, I definitely knew that like her and Alex had like a thing.
Yeah, 100%. But that they would have had a baby
Oh,
together.
yeah.
That was like, oh, that was
And then it's also weird to me that like Carter still survives. Like, he definitely bro definitely needed to die. He was a fucking terrible character.
Yeah.
Like Carter's a dick.
Fuck that guy.
Not the actor. The actor's cool. But he's always like the bad guy.
Unless he's not, then fuck that guy.
No, we don't know him.
Yeah, we'll watch it in the future. We'll see. You never know. Now we covered all the bases.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that we wanted to hit on for Final Destination? Just set us up for a...
I think, like, I don't know. I know we kind of briefly mentioned Tony Todd, but like...
Oh, yeah, Tony Todd.
I always thought that like he was supposed to represent death.
That's what I thought too.
That's what I thought too, but I want to say his character has like an actual name in the movie.
William Bloodworth.
Yeah. So like I don't know, like
Name.
Just like, what?
I would have honestly like preferred just like coroner or just like nothing at all, like no name whatsoever. I feel like that would have been better.
Just like Tony Todd as himself.
Ooh,
I would have
would've
liked
been
that
good.
too. Tony
Yeah.
Todd as
That
Tony
would've been
Todd.
Yeah, I feel like I mostly remember him from doing this movie and then Candyman.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So like those are the two movies.
There might be something else thrown in there. That if
He's
I
done
thought
so
if
much.
I'd seen
Yeah,
it,
like
I might-
he's always like in a random like cameo kind of deal. Like even when he did like Hellfest, which is the one where they're in like the theme park.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he
Yeah.
was just like
Hellfest,
one of
yeah.
the performer guys or whatever.
But he knew still. He was still...
He's still a
that
part of
same
it.
character, like, well, maybe.
I just love like his voice. Like it's very
Yes.
like pleasing somehow. Like I guess if you will.
Yeah, he got that ASMR voice.
It's kind of like what's his name?
Morgan Freeman.
Yes, thank you. God. Charades. Love it.
Nice.
I was like God, and then I was like no, and then I was like Bruce Almighty.
But
So I was
still
like
God.
somebody
Bruce
help me.
Almighty.
I was like, somebody help me.
I got you.
Yeah, Shawshank.
Shawshank.
I have a question
Andy Dufresne.
for the ending of the movie. Would you guys go to Paris after everything that happened?
Yeah, we were all supposed to be blown up in a plane. Let's take a plane to Paris.
Jeez, I don't know.
Would you go? 6 months later.
No.
I don't know if I'd ever even get on a plane again. I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
would scar me for life.
I feel like
never
I'd be
want to
scarred.
step in the airport
I
at all.
would
I'm
go.
good.
I would go back on a plane. I think I would need more than 6 months.
I understand why they want to try to take control back of like their lives and how it was affected by the events that transpired,
Yeah.
and they want to live what they were supposed to live, which was going to Paris. But no, fuck no, I would not go. Wouldn't even step foot in the airport after that. I'm good.
Yeah.
I would go.
Like I'm even like oh yeah, I'm terrified of just any of that. Like
I mean, I've been, so I don't want to go. I wouldn't. Knowing what I know, I wouldn't go. after
I just
that.
get weird. Like I mean, you guys know I don't like to fly, and I used to fly for like work all the time.
It's the
And I
safest
just-
way to travel.
I just always get like so like, just get so weird about it. Like even I had like that's where I'm like for me, yes, Alex may be a little annoying or whatever, but like I totally am like in line with him of like the paranoia and like the scariness of it. Especially like I think I told you guys my last flight that I flew for my job was like there was like a kid next to me being like, "Mommy, the plane's gonna go down," and I was like, I'm just like in my chair like
You should
shaking.
have just been like, I'm out.
Who's that? Who's that? I know. Literally, if he had mentioned one more time, like, "Mommy, when the plane goes down," I was literally like, "I'm out. I can't do it. I'm so sorry. Like, this is just it's done for me. I'm gonna drive home. I'll figure it out." Like,
I can't wait to be on a plane with you.
oh God, no. Like, I have a ritual like on the plane that I gotta do. Like, I'm in it, man. Like, I'm just
Yeah,
I don't
me too.
I don't drink on planes either. Like, I want to be in it. I'm not gonna drink. Like sometimes I will. Like I think there was one moment you and I flew together like years ago, and I was like, "Can you just like punch me in the face?" And then I'm just like, I'm out for the plane ride. I'll just wake up and.
So I did, and then they got.
Would you ever do
we
like
didn't.
a long, like if you were on a 16-hour flight, do you think you would be okay?
I don't know. Like even I think the longest flight. Well, the longest flight was the one we did together. I think it was like 3 or 4 hours when we
To
went to
Texas?
Texas.
No, it was only like 2.
Yeah, it's only like 2.5.
Well, I think like we flew 2, got off, and then flew another 2 because we had like a in between. We stopped in like Arizona, I think, or something. There was like a middle.
Arizona's only a 45-minute flight.
We had like a connecting flight somehow. I just remember one flight was like 4 hours. One flight was 4
I don't
hours.
Or
ever
did it
remember
feel like
getting
4
off.
hours?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, it
it
just
did.
felt like 4 hours.
I just remember making friends with like the
Oh,
the
the
flight
snack
attendants,
lady. Yeah,
yeah.
I was like a snack.
not the
lady.
snack lady. They have a name now. It's
The
not
flight
stewardess. It's flight
Flight
attendant.
attendant.
Flight attendant,
Yeah, and they threw me the entire sack full of treats
like pretzels or
of
something.
like pretzel,
yeah.
whatever they
Their-
were.
Whatever the snacks were.
Their own creation of Chex Mix.
Mm-hmm. Because
Whatever
we
it was.
had what like gift card like flight points or
Mhm.
whatever, and I
Yeah,
was
like
like,
something.
could I use this on a beverage? And she was like, yeah, and I was like, fucking do it up, hit me with 2 right now. Didn't go through, and then she
Ugh.
felt bad, so she's like, just take the drinks. I was like, thank you.
Shout out to that lady.
Shout out to that Southwest flight attendant.
Yeah, like when we go, like when I went to Vegas, that's only like 30, 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So like what I would do is I would put like a timer on my phone, and then I would just like look at my phone and be like, okay, it's only 15 minutes left. Okay, it's only 10 minutes left. It's only this many minutes left. But like Denver, I think, was my longest flight
hours.
other than that. And it was like it was like 2.5 hours. And I think even then I was just kind of like, what do I do for 2.5 hours? How am I going to do this for 2.5 hours? And like,
catch up on shows.
Yeah,
I think
why-
I
up on
literally,
sleep.
I just listened to
Why?
music. Like
Yeah.
I just kind of like try to zone out, and then I went pee like once, and that was probably the safest I felt for some reason.
That's crazy.
No,
'cause
the
I've
bathroom's the
never done
scariest
that.
place
Yeah.
on the plane. I hate.
Oh, I mean,
Never been.
I've held.
gotta
it
go.
on,
You gotta go.
You've never
I've
been on
held. I've held
my
my
bathroom
bathroom
in the
for
plane?
16
Oh, I've
hours.
never
Oh
been.
no,
couldn't
I'm
do-
like,
I always
He's
see
never
videos
gone.
of it. I've never
No.
gone.
No.
I
On
always
the plane?
I sit in my seat.
you've never gone?
No, I put my
What?
seatbelt on. That seatbelt sign comes off. I,
I
don't
take it
take
off.
mine off.
Oh, I take mine
I
off.
don't
Stays
either.
on.
take
I
mine
do.
off.
I do when I need to
I'll
go to
sit
the
back
bathroom.
down and I'll put it.
No, I take mine off. I take my seat as soon as that seatbelt sign comes off. I take my seatbelt off. I take my shoes off. And
You
I,
take your shoes off?
Yeah, I put it back on if I have to go to the bathroom. But I
an
Doggy plane, dude.
She's
my
No.
she's that person that has like her feet just like
no,
in
I
the
always
little.
have socks on.
Have you seen that video of the guy who's like swiping
his,
on
like-
the
Yeah, yeah.
the screen in front with his
Screen,
bare
dude.
toe?
Oh.
I have my
What a
socks
move.
on, but if I'm in the window seat, I put my feet on like the back of the armrest, and I just get comfortable.
Jesus Christ.
You're an animal.
I make
So
myself.
she gets all comfortable, and I'm just sitting there gripping everything.
I know. No, that's me.
Like,
I literally like have like
tense the whole time.
one arm is attached to the plane, and then the other arm is like on me, so I'm like centered. Like I'm just like, okay, I'm like, it's almost like keeping my feet on the ground, but I'm not on the ground.
Oh yeah,
obviously.
no. I get off.
Oh,
I
man.
leave my seat. I go walk back and forth. I'll go to the back of the plane. And be like, do you guys have any snacks? Get some ice
See,
cream.
that's real comfortable.
That's so.
I'm
I don't
in
know
my-
how like.
If you're on a 16-hour
real
flight,
homie.
you might
Yeah,
as well
that's
make yourself
different.
And
comfortable.
if you're
different.
flying into like John Wayne, that runway is so short, and they just like the brakes. They just and you're just like I always put my hand on the seat in front of me, and I just
like Jesus, lady.
like you're breaking.
like I pull my stomach in. I put my hand on the seat in front of me. I put my foot on like the seat, and I just like clench the entire time because I'm just like bracing
Yeah, I know.
myself for it. Well, especially what's going on now,
Let's not talk about it.
I'm not
I
talking
just-
about it. I'm just talking
I
about
just
it.
make myself comfortable. It's my own. It's my
I
little
watch La
home.
Bamba. That's why I don't fucking like going on planes.
It's my little home for
La Bamba,
the next few hours.
Richie.
It's a big bus in the sky, essentially. Like people make a big deal about it,
I
but
feel like if humans were meant to be in the sky, we would have wings.
we do.
My hands are getting fucking sweaty from
I'm so sorry.
Just like a dragonfly into the
Do you want to talk about the second one now?
Let's talk about something that's definitely more safe. Traffic collisions.
We got right
Oh
first
wait,
one.
yeah, we gotta rate it. Yeah,
Oh,
we gotta rate it.
right.
I'll take it.
How many pilot's wings you give this one?
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god. Oh, Joseph, you should get your wings.
I give this 2 towers in the Pentagon.
That's pretty high. That's pretty.
I give it 2 Deltas and a United.
Jesus.
Some garbage
I
airline.
give this one 17 nail clippers. Who wants to start?
Like I mentioned, I didn't care for this movie. I didn't hate it. Didn't love it. I thought it was okay. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Yeah.
She gives it a 9 out of 11.
That's a good one.
Sorry, Winnie.
Give this 9 out of 11. Oh, fuck, that's funny.
I'm sorry. Okay.
It could have been better. Yeah,
Could
I
have been
agree.
better.
I
We know
agree.
you hated it. It's alright. Was it better or worse than Aliens? That's all I need to know. You don't even need to throw out a number. Just better or worse than Aliens.
I mean, I gave Aliens a low score. I think this was... Honestly, I would prefer to watch Aliens over this.
All right.
But I'm going to go 1.5.
Ooh, 1.5.
Okay.
Okay.
It has a better rating than Aliens, but I'd rather watch Aliens than this.
Mm-hmm.
I can't change my Aliens rating now.
That's fine.
Knowing what you know now.
Knowing what you know.
I feel like we should be able to change our ratings the further we go into a franchise. Like
Once you've seen all of the things.
God damn it,
Like-
just
Yeah,
got
I know.
dark.
Whole fucking setting just
It's
changed.
supposed to rain, guys. It's okay.
Yeah, now that it was dark as hell in here.
It's only because Mooney gave it that rating.
And just Starship Troopers.
Dev is
What is
upset.
that? What's going on?
Not because of the rating you wanted me to give it. Death is coming.
No, why would you say that? No, I got something.
What?
I'm so angry.
You guys are traveling.
There we go.
Stop.
Let's go. Oh, yeah.
You guys are safe because you have Robin.
God.
Anyway, continuing.
Somebody else take it.
I'll take it.
No, what did you give it? What
As
did
the
you
sun-
said
Give it a
1.5.
1.5.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
These movies terrify me, but I think depending on what I want out of a movie, if I'm looking to be terrified and then just go down like a dark spiral of depression that death is closing in at every angle.
Jesus Christ. It's not that serious.
I don't know. I really like. I love this premise for this idea, like this movie. I think that it's great. Like, I think this was like a different type of film. Like, we're not getting like a doll that's trying to kill you. We're not getting a boogeyman. We're not getting like a serial killer or anything something like that. It's purely just death is coming for you, which is what it is in any kind of concept. So I really think that this was something that was very, like, inventive. I think it was scary without having to have like a face for a villain. So I don't know. For me, I'm actually gonna give this actually a 4 out of 5. I know that's super high, but I really just like the concept of the movie itself. Like, yes, maybe not executed to everybody's expectations. I think that this is the most realistic movie out of the entire trilogy. Yes, they get funnier as they go, which I think my score will go up or down based
It is
on
good
those.
and bad.
Because
I will say
because I
that,
like
yeah.
that it's so ridiculous, it's hilarious, and we get that into that more. Obviously, we've said it before later, but I think for like a pure like this is terrifying. How are these people going to die? Like somewhat realistic, if you will, kind of situation, and the premonitions are terrifying as well. Like I don't know. I just think overall that it truly is terrifying. So if you're trying to scare me, like bravo, good job, you finally did it. Because yeah, that's much more scary than like a gloved finger man.
The Finger Man?
It's Freddy Krueger.
Oh, Jesus. I
Trying
was
to make
like,
it sound
what
silly.
the hell? I get you.
I can't wait to do those, but
Yeah. Then a
Club Fingerman.
yeah, a
Sounds like a
scary
night at Neverland.
scary hockey player. I got you. The hockey man.
can you imagine just Michael Myers on like a Zamboni come get you?
Yeah. That'd be funny. Joseph, what do you give this?
Yeah, I agree. The theme is what really carries the film for me. The whole essence of death and how you can't escape it is what carries the film. And the kills are cheesy, but they're especially after watching the second one, it's not as bad. And like I've seen the other ones too, and they get progressively more cheesy and campy.
Ridiculous.
So this one's a little bit more grounded, even in its ridiculousness of all of it. So I am at a 3 out of 5. Yep.
I agree with that. That is a good score for it to be. I would say, for it being the first one in the series, very good. Is it the best? No. In the series entirely. I give it 2.5 just because I think it's a solid placeholder to start with. But now,
I know which one's your favorite.
absolutely.
Yeah, we'll eventually get there.
Absolutely. We will get there eventually. But Final Destination 2, in the meantime, What are we what are we talking numbers here? Is there an improvement in score or budget?
So budget's 26 million, 3 million more than the first one. But this one only made $90.9 million compared to the first one, which made $112.9 million. A little bit of a drop off, not too major, but it's there. Cinema score, B+.
Ooh, better.
Yes, better than the B- from the first installment.
I think I could see that. I think that do we think that that has something to do with like the use of like more like a lot of these films use like practical effects or the
More
first
so
two.
in this one.
Yeah, more so in this one, which I feel like is a pretty big feat with like, you know, some of the gratuity that we get. So I feel like that's somewhat accurate, but I don't know about like, I don't know. I don't like these characters very much.
I don't like these
I don't
characters.
know
me
either.
neither.
I don't like the characters.
This
I don't
cast
either.
was weaker, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
they're just very much more annoying and just.
They're just kind of blah.
They're there to just die.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Like at least before we were just like, okay, these kids have like they're going on like a like final trip for high school. They have the rest of their lives. You can kind of relate to that at some point. But like these characters are just kind of like the kid's really
We're
fucking
going on a
annoying.
trip.
Like
I'm horny. Blah blah blah.
The kid that won the
Yeah.
You're all dead.
the one that won the lottery. Like,
yeah, he's just a total like nightmare of
Yeah.
a character. Like I'm not really digging like the one bad boy who looks like what is it, the lead singer? Of, who help me out?
Yeah.
The one that married Pamela Anderson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tommy
Tommy
Lee.
Lee.
Tommy Lee, yeah.
Tommy Lee.
Yeah, Molly
Like I'm not
Quinn.
digging him at all with like his cocaine
His
nonsense.
cocaine shit going
The mom
on.
with the hair, like I know she just lost like her husband, and then like you know obviously she's gonna lose her kid, but like I don't know, like I'm not dealing with her, and then like the main girl, I think she's better like in later movies and shows that I've seen, but I'm just kind of whatever on her. The cop is even kind of like
Yeah.
I appreciate his heroism, but like is he that great? And then Clear's back, but like is she worth anything?
How dare you speak ill on Clear?
Clear.
Clear's the villain.
Yeah, there's more character deaths in this one. I'm just like, yeah, okay. You didn't
Yeah,
not really
like, why
adding
do we
anything
care?
to the overall
Yeah.
story. You're just kind of bland, in my opinion. So your deaths was more entertaining to me because I was like, how dumb is this going to be and how like campy is it going to be? I had no attachment to those characters whatsoever.
Yeah.
Where the first one, I'm like, all right, Carter was the only one I hated in the first one. Where I was like, I don't really give a fuck if he dies or not. This one, there was multiple where I'm like,
Do we care?
Yeah.
Do we need you?
it adds
care
nothing to the
about
story
them all.
whatsoever for me.
Yeah. Not necessary. Munira, your thoughts?
Is this one a step up from the first one, or is it?
She didn't watch it.
Or is it damn?
Rude. I did. I don't know. I feel like I'm still in the. I watched them back to back. I will say, when whatever her name is, the main girl, when she has like her vision like on the off ramp, when she's about to exit off the off ramp, and like the events that happen with like the log truck thingy, I could believe it happening because when I drive, if I'm driving behind that, I always go to another lane. I never want to drive behind a truck. I always switch, and if they're next to me, I will either slow down or drive faster so they're not next to me. I don't know why.
that shit. Yeah.
It's I just can't be behind it. That scared me more, and like the whole collision of events than the plane crash
Yeah, I
from the
agree.
first one.
Yeah, that opening scene fucks me up more than the point scene.
Yeah.
Well, because I think like for us too,
It's more
like
believable.
you have like for the most part, you like 80% of your travel is through a car, through driving, right? So like you're mostly on the road, you're mostly driving, you're mostly doing this stuff. You may get on a plane, you may not get on a plane, you may not need to ever get on a plane. Some people go their whole lives without getting on a plane, but in order to get from one place to the other, you're typically in a vehicle of some sort. So I think it's more like understandable. I think that this opening sequence did to us what like Psycho did for The Shower. Like it just terrified us. Like, and getting on the freeway, you're just like, no, thank you. Like after that, I was just like, I don't want to drive. Like I told my mom, I was like, I could walk everywhere, right? Like I could walk to school, I could walk to my job. Well, yes, and obviously we don't, but like it's a truly like a horrific thing to like see and like to even think about it, and like you know all of the like courses that happen are
I think the deaths in this one were also more campy. than
Oh yeah.
the first one. Some of them honestly made me laugh.
Yeah.
But like, oh, I'm sorry you died. But also, like, I agree. Like, I didn't care for any of these characters. I had zero emotional attachments to any of them. I really hated her friends. I was very glad that
I mean, the horny girl that just wanted to pick
that
up the guys.
In
and
front of her dad too.
That was wild.
like, and the dad's just like, oh,
you crazy kids.
I feel
The
like lately
fuck?
we've seen a lot of like shows and movies where like there's a lot of like teenagers or like friends of like the main character who are just kind of like, we're the boys, I'm horny, or like what was it? We were watching. We started White Lotus, and like the brother is like super weird. Of like, oh, do you think her sister's been laid? Like, she's so hot. Like, why wouldn't she have been laid? Like, it's just like the weirdest. Like,
it's weird.
it doesn't give anything
season?
away. I was like,
Yeah.
no,
I
that's not a
haven't
spoil.
started
That's not a
yet. No, no,
spoiler.
it's
It's
like,
just a
don't talk-
weird.
don't spoil it for
Yeah, I was
me
like, it's
yet.
not a
I
spoiler.
haven't seen any of them.
It's just like a weird comment of like, why the fuck would you say that?
Yeah,
like,
why are
what
you
a
interested
weird
in
thing
that?
to say.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
what a weird thing
Yeah,
to
interesting
say.
factoid.
Yeah, like why would you say? Well, especially like
Thank you.
because you're calling your sister hot, like is kind of weird, and then like I don't know, but just like what's up with these kids being
And
like-
obviously their sister is the horse girl. Sorry to go on a tangent here, but
yeah. Well, no, it's just like the same reference of like just like these kids are just like, oh, it's your parents. Well, like let me talk about like sex and like, oh, did you tell your mom about that thing you did last night with your boyfriend, or like making little like side faces kind of thing. I'm not gonna go.
yeah, it is also a show as well.
That's
Yeah,
true.
And they are supposed to be fucked up characters.
Yes, that's true.
90%
I mean,
of the
yeah.
time,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, and I think like especially with her friends, since we lose them so early in the film, like
so
they're
glad.
kind of just throwaway anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Just like, oh my god. Nope.
Yeah.
Done.
which one of the friends survived? I don't know. Maybe we'd get more out of him or something. But
No, I feel like they were all annoying. I was glad that they were
just
gone.
get rid of him.
Yeah.
Just get rid of
That
him.
homeboy with the weed was bugging, dude. I was just like, oh, God, he's gonna try to. I thought for a second because I didn't remember because it's been a minute since I've seen these movies that he was gonna
Same.
stay there, be like the comedy part of the film, and I'm glad they just were like, nah. just
I feel
bye.
like they were always on like TNT.
All these movies?
Yeah, it was a TNT.
Yeah, like
TBS,
TNT.
something?
Sci-fi used to
Yeah,
always have like a
sci-fi.
marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be a good like 4th of July. You want to watch all the FinalDestination 4th of July? Have a barbecue after?
Yeah, that.
Oh
mean-
Jesus! Yeah,
I like-
mean,
Like that scene where the log bounces through the cop car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh, his face.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm just saying
God
now,
damn.
that's my favorite kill. I know
Yeah?
it didn't happen.
That one?
That's
just
it? That's the
yeah,
f- oh,
just that
wow.
The one that never
bounce,
happened?
just-
Yeah,
I like
that's a
that
good
one, man.
one.
Dude.
The shot where you kind of see the head coming out from the back.
Yeah.
I dug it. I was like, it was a good like little shot there where
I have one for sure that I'll save for the end, just to see what you guys say, to make
The
sure. we
kill?
don't- Yeah.
Oh, I was like, I have mine.
I
but
have
I
mine
feel like
too.
ours are the
What's-
same.
what's yours?
Yeah, I was like, I feel like ours are the same.
Mine is the girl who dies in when she's like impaled and they use like the jaws thing.
Oh,
Jaws of
yeah,
life.
she
And
like
then
that
the
airbag.
airbag.
Mhm.
Oh,
And then-
that's a good one.
That was my favorite. It shocked me, and then just like seeing like her cigarette fall, I was like,
Jesus. Yeah. See, you're catching on now, and you're like,
That's one of those things where
Stupid.
why like they always say you should never wear like your hair clip in the back of your head, because if you're in a car accident and you like the airbag hits you or you go back,
yeah, a
that
lot
air
of
clip
nurses take that shit
just
out.
go
That
right in
banana
the.
clip.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the claw clip.
I know you are.
Um,
That's why I'm like, don't wear that shit when you're driving.
It's also very uncomfortable wearing it and you're like resting your head.
And you're,
So
like,
whenever I'm
going
just like,
this.
okay, let me take it off. But I always have one on me.
Well, yeah, that's. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
to
fine to
look-
wear, but just
But I
when you're
usually
driving,
take it
just,
ever since I think you sent me the video of the nurse who took it out, and I was like, okay, let's take
she
these off.
immediately just took the shit out of her hair.
Seen some shit in her day.
Yeah.
What would be yours, Marissa?
I feel I don't want. I'm like scared because I feel like mine is yours, but mine's the kid when he like scares the birds or the
Oh,
pigeons, and then
yeah.
that glass
That
just
glass
fall and it just
falls right on him.
just like
Cinema,
lays
dude.
him out flat.
Just accordion, just blah.
Yeah, just he's done.
Roger Rabbit type shit, dude.
But I feel like this is another case too where like that one's like a great kill, but for me personally, I always remember his mom's like the decapitation in the elevator.
Ooh, yeah.
That's the one
that
I
was my runner-up.
always get
That was
it.
my runner-up.
Well, that and like it just like rewatching this, like I mean, it wasn't as scary as this, but like when I was at work a couple weeks ago, like I got stuck in an elevator, and I not to the point where like it's like half where like you would get like, but because it immediately opened like after it just kind of did like that jolt of like, oh my god, like and even like my legs were like you just like grab onto the thing, but like just anything with like elevators is always really scary, and like the fact that she had like tried to go through and then it closed on her and her head, and I don't know if it would do any of that shit, like because I feel like as soon as like now it's like a trend where like you stick something in the doors and they open up kind of thing, but
No, yeah, that's every elevator, most every elevator.
Yeah.
When I exit an elevator, I do not fuck around. I'm
You're
either
immediately
in or
out.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't like
Oh, can you hold that one for me?
No.
I'll
Yeah.
do that just to stop it.
You'll attempt.
Yeah, I'll attempt to stop it, but I'm not gonna just hold.
Yeah. Fuck
Is
that.
everybody getting in? Let me
If somebody
hold
does
it.
that, I
No,
just
no.
like close door. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
yeah. I'll hit the button, but to close it faster. Nah.
Not in my elevator.
But yeah, because I'm always scared too. Like I'll be like half in, half out, and that shit'll just drop out from, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
done.
I've always heard if
terrible.
you're ever stuck in an elevator, you should just sit down.
I've heard that
Supposed
too.
to lay flat.
Yeah, you're supposed to do.
Lay
yeah.
flat or sit down.
Why? So it's easier.
So that if it
when
falls-
you're
Well,
just dead?
because you're gonna go up. You don't want to like break your legs if you go up and then down.
Yeah.
All suddenly.
yeah,
Or if it
But
just
that too.
plummets to the ground, you just like
Maybe
kind of
does.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just lay down, or like do the air. So that way you're. Just
I kind of just had
docile
like
when the plane
when I was
crashes
stuck
and
in the
you're
elevator,
down.
I just did like I grabbed the little bar and I just kind of did like a bend in my knees because I'm just like, okay, if this shit goes down, like I'm either gonna drop really
Protect
quick
me.
or
Break
I'm gonna.
both your legs and your arm.
Dude, I get okay. No, like this is how much anxiety I have. Like I literally gripped it and I like braced myself so hard I gave myself like Charlie horses. I was just like so scared because like and the didn't help because the girl next to me was just like, oh my god, this happened on Dia de los Muertos, and like it was so
Okay,
scary, and I was just like,
Jesus.
oh my god, okay, here we.
The Omens.
I know, just it's supposed to rain, guys.
I always think
This is
of.
coming.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Oh, I was gonna say I always think of like the remake of House on Haunted Hill, where they're in the elevator going up to the top of the roller coaster, and then it breaks, and then it's going down.
Yeah.
But there's a guy who's like trying to like time it just so he could jump.
To get on there.
I gotta jump
gotta
right before
jump
we
in.
hit the
See,
bottom,
and I
and
feel
I'll
like
be
even when
fine.
if you jump, it would like you would crush your head
Oh
off the
no,
top
you're.
of the.
It's all bad. There's nothing.
There's
And ours
Yeah.
was only like ours was
So
only
bad.
4 stories up, so I don't think anything would have happened regardless. I think we would have maybe broken something, but why are you making that face at me? You're trying to make me feel bad.
Because I don't know. It's crazy.
No.
I don't know the exact height that it should be story wise. That. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. See?
Depends how fast it's going. It's to
And that's
Yeah.
when
take a
Marissa,
lot of.
that's when Marissa took the stairs for the rest.
Oh,
of
I
the
don't
rest
even
of
use
her
our
life.
apartment's elevator anymore. I've been just staring at it because I'm like, I don't want to deal with that shit. I'm good. Our elevator's shit.
I don't know why they don't scare me. But you know what does scare me? Going back to
Escalators.
your that
The
scene that you
dentist?
talked about. I fucking hate the dentist, and I was like, oh my god! If he dies in the dentist, new fear unlocked.
Yeah.
New fucking fear unlocked, and it's a fucking dentist dying at the dentist.
Oh, just wait till we get another one.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
oh, just
Don't worry.
wait.
There's one
Oh,
that's
just
way worse
wait.
than the dentist.
Oh yeah, that was way worse than the dentist.
We'll get there when we get there.
Nothing scares me more than the dentist.
This one will.
This one might.
Does it involve the dentist?
Nope.
A dentist?
Nope.
A dental office?
Nope.
I mean, it is a.
It's a
doctor.
medical. It's a medical office, but it's
Yeah.
not a dentist or a doctor for that matter that you're thinking of.
I'll just say, have you ever thought about laser eye surgery?
Like, so I don't have to wear glasses anymore?
Yeah.
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 There you
Yeah.
go. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you'll think differently after this one.
Mhm.
You might.
That one's.
You
Is
might-
that 5?
brutal. Jeez.
It might be
That's
4
5.
or 5.
4 or 5.
4 or 5. 3 is my favorite personally, but we'll get there when we get there.
Is that the
That's
roller coaster?
one? Oh, I fucking love that one. Oh, the tanning beds.
That
Oh,
and the.
dude.
Yeah,
Dude.
I'm thinking of the massage.
Oh yeah,
from
the
5.
needles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the acupuncture.
I think that's
Spoilers.
5, yeah.
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, we'll get
And
there.
We'll cross that
everyone
bridge.
knows.
No spoilers for me, not for
No
everyone
spoilers.
else.
Yeah, that's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, no spoilers. But anyway, do we
Yeah.
yours? Oh, you
We're
went
waiting
through
for
yours.
Mine,
Yes.
my 100% is definitely got to be that one because
Yeah.
it just cracks me up every time. Just everything
Just
about it,
folds
like,
like an accordion.
with the birds, like you fucking dumbass. That's what you get.
Yeah, they have a weird relationship too, kind of.
What, him and the mom?
Him and the mom, tucking him in bed. Just put your porn away.
Yeah,
And he's
because
playing with birds. Like,
like how
How
old
old are you?
How old is he supposed to be? Like, does
I
your
would say,
mom
like,
know you're smoking?
14,
Still getting
15.
tucked in at night.
yeah, it's
And
like
that's
what is-
exactly how old he is.
Do
It's
they
like-
say his age?
They do eventually. I think it's like 15.
Oh, okay. Then why is he like playing with the birds?
Because he's
cool.
a punk ass teenager,
Yeah.
a preteen.
I'm just trying to think of like at 15, was I like, oh mom, I'm gonna go play with the birds?
I wasn't. I still hate birds.
It's not even about like hating or loving birds. I'm just kind of like, what would possess you to just be like, oh, giant pile of pigeons? Oh, let me like, because what
Good
happens if they
drugs.
all like lift and then you just get shit on? That would be my thought. It's like you scare a bunch of pigeons and they're just gonna like get up and be like, oh my god!
No, instead a giant pane of glass.
Will
Fall on top
crush
of you.
I just love that. Crazy.
Stupid kid.
So stupid.
Barbecue
these
is also
yeah.
good too.
Oh, the barbecue's great with that
Barbecue's
kid.
really funny.
What do we think about Clear coming back?
I didn't care for her.
I don't mind it because like I feel like eventually you have to have like a character from the first one come back. I don't know if we necessarily needed it in this one. I think it actually would have been better for her to come in like 3 or 4 if she were interested. So I'm not opposed to her coming back. I think it would have actually been better. Like, because I mean, like, think of like spoilers for another movie, but like when you had Scream and then you have like these like legacy characters come back, like it's so cool to have like their input, maybe have them die at some point, like. So I don't know. I think like her coming back, I didn't have a problem with her dying. I didn't have a problem with. But I just like, you have a much stronger character, if you will, like compared to all these other ones that you're like, I don't give a shit. Like if anything, now I care if she lives versus the rest of these fucks.
Yeah,
Like I would love it if like her and the cop, like the cop is probably the only one that I'm like somewhat intrigued with. Her and like maybe the woman carrying the baby.
Yeah.
But like even we find out that like the mom with the baby wasn't supposed to die.
Yeah, she was
in
supposed
the
to
first
survive,
one.
yeah.
Yeah. So like she was safe all along.
Yeah.
So we're good.
I don't remember how she was not supposed to die in the premonition.
She stopped the van and then she got out to like see what's going on.
Yeah.
So she was safe all along.
So it didn't matter to them, her having
Yeah.
the baby because it wasn't attached to
Yeah, because I know for this one they thought what you brought up in the first
Well, yeah.
one was
the birth.
life
would-
could save
Yeah, death,
or stop
yeah.
death or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Life
And I
finds a
like
way.
that concept, but then I like the twist of like, what did you say?
He said life finds a way. Which we'll get there too eventually.
I just hear like the Game of Thrones that only life can pay for death or whatever the like the voodoo woman says.
Oh, I just immediately saw me and him just like holding hands, like doing the water drip thing from, because he's talking about Jurassic Park. Jeff Goldblum with the what's her nose. And
Yeah.
Life finds a way. Yeah. Wow.
Alan?
Oh,
Alan, we'll
I
get there
can't wait
too
to get those,
eventually.
yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
I like how in sync you and Joseph were.
I just,
Lovers.
That's why we're.
Don't air our dirty laundry. Not yet.
Yeah, go ahead. Send it into our PO box. The what is it? The fan fiction that you would write for us here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Don't worry, next
Open up
February we
those
can have like a
floodgates.
real couples. We'll have the couples.
Send that
and the
anime
couples.
drawing.
Oh my god, I just imagine like the one where it's like Malfoy and Harry Potter cuddled in bed, but it's you two. Just you guys like caressing.
Yeah. Life finds a way.
Joseph like turning to you. Life finds a way.
I thought this one was better than the first one, in my opinion.
Really?
Yes.
I agree.
Why?
Because there's something about it. Like when it first came out, not so much. I was like, the first one is very serious, very dark, and this one's sort of more goofy and brighter, if that makes sense. More early 2000s-y.
Oh yeah.
But now
definitely.
looking back, like it's still funny to me. The kills are more over the top, which I think is funny as well, and I just think it's better. That's my opinion. Nana boo boo. That's why. No, I just think it's better. I think it's funnier. I think. All right.
No, I'm just like because every time you're just like no, it's my opinion. But anyway,
It's great. Love it.
yeah, we're just giggling at you.
It's good shit.
I agree with you. I think it was I enjoyed this one more than the first one. I still think it's ridiculous as much as the first one was, but I think this one made me chuckle more with certain things, and it was just so over the top, like with the elevator scene, and then the kid with the glass and the pigeons and everything, and I don't know. This
For like a
Sarah
horror
thing, so
movie,
just-
I feel like it was more entertaining.
Yeah.
From this aspect of how ridiculousness it is, because like
Yeah.
you're just, and that's kind of like a trope that continues
Yeah.
on in the franchise.
I would believe if somebody told me that they made like a parody of the first Final Destination, like when they do like the scary movie, whatever it is, I would believe this is one of them, like a parody of the first Final Destination, because it just made me laugh more.
See, I would see that out of like the fourth one.
I haven't made it that far in this trilogy.
I know, I was like-
saga.
You're only 2 in.
Wait till we get
Yeah.
there.
Oh, third one's so good.
Yeah.
Then after that,
How many are there?
there's going to be 6 or 7.
I think Bloodlines is number 6,
Mhm.
if I'm not mistaken.
Because we have
Because I think it's like
plane crash, car crash,
the bridge,
roller coaster,
Mhm.
yeah, roller coaster, the bridge,
the NASCAR,
oh,
Oh,
NASCAR,
yeah,
and
NASCAR.
then the
The
bridge.
bridge.
the bridge,
Bloodlines
Yeah.
is the sixth one.
and then I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's the
I don't
sixth
know
one.
what Bloodlines is yet because
Yeah.
that has
Bloodlines
not
is
come out
6,
yet.
yeah. We don't know what that's
The only
supposed to
teaser
be.
they've shown is the tattoo
The
place,
tattoo
tattoo
parlor.
parlor. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is like
Oh, that's that one?
Yes,
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Bro.
That's why I watched it like immediately at the drop, because you're like, what is this? And I'm like,
for him to
But-
just like keep going. That
Yeah,
I could not.
mhm.
Well, I won't even get into that right now because we can't. But
I don't know. I saw the trailer and I was the
it made me sad.
teaser,
Mhm.
and and it kind of broke my heart a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I heard that they were gonna go a different route with it, and it looks like they just did the exact same shit.
yeah. mhm.
Yeah, so I'm a
I
little.
agree.
I'm intrigued. I'm definitely still want to see it, but I don't know how much better it's gonna be than like. I feel like the fifth one just wrapped up
Yeah.
the series.
It was perfect.
It was
And this one just feels,
Cherry on top.
just
It was-
based off the trailer, just feels repetitive now.
Yeah.
yeah.
5 was just the Toy Story 3
Mm-hmm.
of
The franchise.
that
yeah.
franchise for me.
So sad.
Yeah. Do you want to do ratings for this?
Sure.
Or do we have
Yeah.
more that we want to
I mean,
add
yeah, if
on?
anybody
I'm trying to
has
think
a-
if there was anything. I do feel actually. I will say, in the first one, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking like I started now that we've like talked about so many movies. I feel like we're getting into like things like. I know you guys always talk about like cinematography and everything like that. I'm kind of getting more into like pacing of movies and just like, especially with like we talked about like High School Musical last week. For this one, I feel like the first one gave like a certain amount of pacing where like there was never really like a dull moment for me. Like you were always kind of like, okay, what's next? We're going to the next scene. Like we're gonna cut out of this and go immediately to the next one. And you're jumping. Whereas like this one, I feel like I just kind of got more of like a lull. Like especially like I always find that like towards I think it's like 3/4 of the way when they're like kind of at like the hospital and they're like on their way to see if she's gonna give birth. That whole sequence always just kind of makes me like snooze out a little bit. Like it's kind of whatever. Like Clear, I feel like she should have got a better death somehow. Like she just kind of gets caught in another death, which like 2 for 1, cool. But like I feel like the 2 for 1 should have been better than just an explosion. Like I feel like her death should have been a little bit more
Should have had her own
gratuitous.
thing.
Yeah,
Should've
like
been-
for
yeah.
such a big character.
To be fair, that's what her death would have been, though. Would have been an explosion.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and no,
that's
in the
what
in the
happens,
plane,
yeah.
yeah. But I mean, like
No,
I'm just
in the car.
The
In the
electrical-
car.
oh, yeah.
Electrical.
Oh,
from
that's
the
true.
first
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
No matter what,
She was gonna
that's-
get blown up.
mhm.
Yeah,
That's what was going on.
I don't know. I just feel like for like if you want to call her like a legacy character at this point, like I wish she would have had her own moment and not be lumped in with like another character that I was like, I don't give a fuck about him. Like he was just
Yeah.
gonna
True,
kill himself
yeah.
anyway.
No,
yeah.
that's a good point.
That's what I'm saying. Like yeah, like she could have still been blown up in like a really cool way.
Should have just bit her though.
It should have
Yeah.
just been only her.
Just
like
right at the end, like, let me go check on those burgers. Real
like she
quick.
could have been yeah
would've
like
been-
she
I
yeah
just-
like she could have been like they would have been like, oh, let me go get a like, oh, I want another hot dog, and somebody been like, I'll get it, and she goes, no, it's your house, like I'll go get
Yeah.
it, and then that's would have
They take
taken
her out,
yeah.
but right.
I mean
at the
that's
end,
cool that
would've
they
been-
got the
And
kid
just
but-
her head right on the table.
Like,
yeah oh,
dude.
see like
Credits.
that would have been cool. So like that would have been like a good like final
Yeah.
moment for her.
Final
Yeah.
Destination 2.
Her final
Anyway,
destination was final destination was a barbecue.
Yeah.
So I think that's all. Yeah, I was like, I think that's all I just wanted to bring up because
Yeah, I
that,
agree.
that's why it always makes me think of like what channel it was on because
Mhm.
every time I flip to it and it's like on that part of the movie, I'm like, what else is on?
Change
Go
it.
somewhere,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll just go somewhere else. But it's the third one though.
The third one I barely remember. I just know as
Yeah.
the roller coaster one.
That's all I remember from
They
it.
were on Jaguar, if I'm not mistaken,
Mhm.
or a rip off of that.
Rip
Oh,
off of
I
Jaguar.
have
Some
like
Cedar Fair type of
Yeah.
ride.
Oh, I have so much. Oh, I wish we were talking about the third one because I have so many things that I would just go off. But anyway, I think that's it.
What do we want to rate this bad boy? Who wants to start? Kick us off with that. Go back through again.
You want to
Same
start
way.
first again?
Sure. I give this one a 2.5 out of 5. Made me laugh. I enjoyed it more than the first one. That premonition scene in the beginning, very believable to me. Not like the event, like all like the different accents, but like belts coming off, whatever, and all hell breaking loose from there. But I just found it more believable than the first one. The deaths were a lot more over the top than the first one, but it made me laugh and I enjoyed it.
It definitely did make me hee hee and ha ha more, for sure.
Ryan gives it 3 hee-hees
3
and 5
hee hees
ha-has.
and 5 ha ha's. Yeah, that's really funny.
I'm gonna give this one a 2.5. It's just not as like I feel like the opening sequence, I think is a lot more believable, especially like I said, we drive like pretty much like 80% of the time that we're traveling, but I don't know. There's just something about like the characters I wasn't a fan of. Like I can get into like the practical effects because I really appreciate when people take the time to do that. I think it's so much more worth it, so much more believable. It looks better. But yeah, the characters I didn't enjoy. There's like this lull, like I said, like 3/4 into the movie where they're trying to explain everything. And like they even at one point, we didn't touch on this, but like they explain that all of these characters are connected to characters in the first movie as well. Like, so had all the characters died in the first one, these people wouldn't even be alive. And like, that's kind of intriguing in a way, but like, I feel like it's still so far-fetched to a point. Do you not remember that? Or it was like
100% don't remember.
oh,
that
it's
at
like
all.
one girl, like the one girl that gets hit by like the airbag with the pole. Like she's like, oh yeah, I was supposed to like substitute for like a teacher or something like that, but on my way, some girl got hit by a bus, and that's the girl from the first one. And then I think like one of the girl, I don't know, they're all like connected somehow. I forgot how each one is, but
Oh yeah, that's right. Because
like-
the school bus, they're all
yeah,
it's
like
the
they're
same
all like
area.
connected through like various
Yeah.
reasons for why they're all like somebody was on the train or something. Like they're all connected. But anyway,
are, yeah.
regardless, I'm just not a fan of these characters. I feel like there was a lull in the movie. I just don't believe enough of some of these things, and
Yeah,
I don't know, just not as entertaining for me
yeah,
until we get to the third one.
yeah. I just like kind of that more into the silly.
No, I love the silly. Like that's why I'm saying like once we get to like the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one, I'm like those deaths get really goofy and like stupid gory. Like there's even like there's a spoiler for the third one. I just have to mention it to Mooney. There was like a thing on the DVD for the third one where you could like choose their actions. It was almost like a choose your own adventure, and you could choose if they like lived or died. I won't give away how. but,
Death
like,
to them all.
like well no, sometimes you would choose something and it would mean that they lived kind of thing. Like it was just like a choose your own adventure. So like I like the goofiness of it. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm down with the goofy. Just this felt like it was like two in between, like the realness of the first one and then like the goofiness that we now get from all the other ones.
Was 3 in 3D?
Yes.
It was one of those.
3
too, wasn't it?
typically with sequels, especially back in the early 2000s, 90s,
Especially
whatever.
with horror.
Always especially with horror. Saw 3D. Like, yeah, this one was in 3D. I did not see it in 3D, but yeah, we always have like always weird 3D, except for Dream Warriors, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I just think it's funny to watch a movie from whatever time frame that's a horror movie that was initially supposed to be in 3D, but is not in 3D now, and you're just kind of like,
What's the point?
yeah, like, ooh. Oh.
Like Jaws 3D.
Yeah.
When the shark,
Yeah.
the eel.
Joseph, what say you?
Yeah, I am at a 2.5 out of 5, just because I really don't like the cast. I don't like the characters.
Yeah.
It is entertaining. The kills are just more goofy, and I am entertained, but I do love the first one's more realistic and serious tone, whereas this one's just like over the top to me. So I didn't really care about any of the characters as much, and like we said, I wish Claire had a better send off than what she had. So I have issues, but not enough to like really kill it that much. So I'm at 2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could respect that. Yeah. For me, it sort of tickled some of the spots that I kind of would want it to, and then it delivered. Like, they're just meat. Like, I don't care about these characters at all. I totally agree with that, and I'm just like happy when that kid gets crushed. It just makes
It's a great kill.
I just every time I'm like, that's so nice. For me, I give it a 3, just because I know where we're going down the line in this series, and I can't wait until we get there.
I do want to mention too, we didn't mention in the first one, like there's that quote that Tony Todd has in the first one when they're at the morgue. And I just always like remember that part because it's just like so, I feel like it's so out of left field because he's like coming in and he's like all ominous and like being like, can't escape death and like death's coming for us all. And like if you like get in its way, it's going to come back around. And he just like randomly is just like, you don't want to fuck with that Mac Daddy. And you're just like, like it's such a random line. Like I almost wish he would have like ad-libbed it at some point. Just like, yeah. And they're just like, you just throw that in. They're just like, keep it in. Yeah, keep
just
it
like,
in.
is that from something? I don't know.
It's Tony Todd. Just like let him do what he does. R.I.P. man.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah. With that being said, is there anything else that we want to throw onto this?
I don't know.
It's a great series. You should check it out. Let us know in the comments what you think about Final Destination. What's your favorite installment in this saga? What's your favorite kill? Tell us anything.
If you want to have us continue to torture Mooney with these terrible movies.
We'll keep going down the line and we'll get there when we get there. As always, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up so that you get notified when we drop new videos. And we'll see you on the next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Be safe out there.
Thanks for listening. Until next time, the podcast, a show so sublime. Marissa, Mooney, Joseph, and Ryan signing off with glee. Join us next episode for more sequel revelry.